these last few years when I've gone to some of these festivals, my wife has came with me.
Yes.
And she's coming to me with this one again. We went to Punk Rock Holiday last year. And,
Yes.
The Menzingers are playing in Brack Rock, and she's so excited to go see them again. She's ecstatic. So that's one of the bands that we mutually agree on a lot. And I think our whole family really likes that band. Like my kids like their songs and stuff. So I'm super excited to see them again. And so is my wife.
So I feel like I mean, you're pretty invested in music.
Yep.
Like I would say abnormally
highly invested.
Yeah. So, I mean, how's that connection? Because I can't imagine your wife is, I mean, I don't feel I'm nearly as invested in music as you are.
Yeah.
So how does that?
She's actually quite a bit into music. Her mom has kind of influenced her a lot.
Okay.
And she's definitely responsible for me kind of stepping outside of like punk rock and hip hop and metal. Like I didn't like anything else, and I always thought that stuff was kind of lame. And she's definitely the key that's unlocked like my other side of, like the Beatles and
Cool.
and all these other rock stuff that I didn't grow up with at all. Right. So
Yeah.
and she did. So I don't know. She seems to really connect to the Menzingers. So.
But she can tolerate the punk rock festival like the whole way through. Because I feel like if you're not like super into punk rock, like there's a lot of stuff that you're not getting into that day.
I think part of it's because, she does. She actually, she enjoys going and she has fun when she went last time. But part of it also is I go see her family in Greece all the time.
Right.
And it's like,
It's a give and take. It's a marriage.
Jay needs to maybe have some of his things that he likes to do. So it's a bit of a trade-off. But I don't know, we have fun traveling together, and so it'll be kind of cool to see them together again. So
That's cool.
I think we've seen them twice before. This will be our third time together. So.
And do you turn her on to a lot of new music?
Yeah, I think so. I think we're both like, she turns me on to the old stuff, and I turn her on to the new stuff, kind of thing. Like, so she is actually quite a big fan of some of these bands, right? Not all of them. She can't tolerate everything, right? But she really likes Menzingers. She really likes Millencolin, Alkaline Trio.
But she'll stand beside you even when the Nemesis comes on?
She did kind of get a little sleepy in Propagandhi in Slovenia last year.
I was waiting for this story.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know if the story was off the record or not.
No, it was just kind of funny when her friend was like, "Are you coming to Propagandhi? I'm going." And she's like, "I don't know, Jay, am I going to Propagandhi?" And I'm like, I don't know. Do you really think you want to after last time you seen him? Well, when was last time?
When was last time?
In Slovenia, when she kind of fell asleep during Propagandhi.
How do you kind of fall asleep?
Well, she was tired and cold and ready to go home. So, yeah.
Does it get super cold there? Like
it did,
night?
yeah. It's in the mountains, and during the night it was getting really cold, and it was kind of a damp cold too. And so,
see, that's a tough thing about a festival too, because you're not like, you can't bring 9 layers with you and survive, several seasons throughout a day when a show's starting at like 10 o'clock in the morning and you're there till midnight.
Yeah.
No, that's kind of one of the downfalls of the outdoor.
If you were camping right there, we could quickly go grab your coat or something like that. But we were 10 minutes away, which isn't too bad, but enough where you're like, if we go, we're staying home. We're not coming back.
There's no coming back.
Yeah.
I would say I've been to more festivals than not that have had like rain, like day one.
Yeah.
That's a weird thing. Like,
it is weird.
Even for
it's like it knows.
Even here, and it's not something I want to talk too much about, but Sled Island, it always seems to rain during Sled Island. I've always wondered, I'm like, why don't they change the date of it? It's always raining.
Yeah. Well, and Warped Tour, like we were talking about last time, every single time it had some weird weather come through. Not necessarily rain, but like crazy winds or
I think they're they had tornado warnings, or when Taking Back Sunday was going to play. They had just started and they had to leave the stage, and I was kind of like, well, I've never seen them again. They played like 2 songs and had to get off the stage.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever saw them.
Sounds serious.
They were asked to, they had to shut down the whole Warped Tour that year in Calgary.
I remember that one.
I'm having a hard time remembering what year that was, but yeah, everyone left.
Well, it was like Rockfest too, like when we went 3 years ago or whatever, and it poured rain that first day when everyone's moving in to the campsites into the mud bog.
And your 3-hour wait?
Yeah. I cannot imagine moving into that and then just being gross and wet for 3 days and no refuge from it.
There's no recovery from that. No. Yeah.
How do you even enjoy yourself?
That's
at that
funny. In Slovenia at Punk Rock Holiday, they have, I guess Slovenia is known for some torrential quick downpours or something, and they had a big one come rolling and like it was flattening tents. It was blowing stuff away, and it just poured during Get Dead. And so they had to move their set. And then I guess something happened again, and they had to move it again, I think. So
yeah, that was one thing I liked about Fest is like, you know, all the things were indoor. I mean, it was bright and sunny outside, so it didn't really matter.
They have
They have an outdoor.
They have an outdoor
venue.
thing, right?
Yeah, I think they started that like 4 years ago or something like that.
I wouldn't know. I've never been.
But maybe this year.
maybe this year. Yeah.
Hypothetically, I'm always there.
You're on the record saying there's a good chance. Not a full commitment.
Maybe we can start a GoFundMe to get me there.
I was planning to go this year too. I don't
Yeah?
know if that's going to happen though.
We'll see.
It sounds like a lot of commitment.
We'll talk off the air.
Yeah, off the air. All right, so we're number 4. Jay, I think you started this.
Oh yeah, sorry. So that would
You
be
said Menzingers.
Yeah, the Menzingers.
But there was no song.
Yeah, then we got off.
I need a song to be able
rambling.
to continue.
Yeah, the Menzingers. So I just picked Charlie's Army
Cool.
off the new one. I like that one. There's a lot of good songs, but
New album's great.
yep.
Yeah. Mike?
It's your turn.
Oh, yeah. I'm just seeing if you're paying attention.
Oh, did I look like I was falling asleep on this couch?
Like you were at a Slovenian Propagandhi show for a moment.
Oh man.
My fourth pick is a band that I have never seen, and I feel like they're probably going to start touring more, but I don't know. I don't know if they've come through Calgary that many times. Get Up Kids, have you seen them?
I have not. They have played here.
Like
but
once, maybe, right? Twice, maybe?
Once when we were younger, they were supposed to play at the Multi.
Oh, wow.
And that would have been probably on the 4 Minute Mile album.
Okay.
And they couldn't get over the border, so they never showed up. It sucked.
Brutal.
But I think they played one other time,
way back in the day.
like when I think there was a Vagrant tour that came through, and maybe it might have been like Face to Face, Saves the Day, and Get Up Kids, maybe
Okay.
or something like that. I was working that night and didn't go, or it was too cool to do that thing.
Well,
Which
'cause
sounds like a thing I'd do,
yeah,
right?
it sounds like you. It sounds like there's not been a lot of change there.
Basically, it was a lack of commitment. My well-established lack of commitment to going to anything,
Basically,
to fun.
the story of Mike.
Lack of commitment to fun.
But yeah, I hope they do some more. I mean, they've kind of been this band that goes on like indefinite hiatuses for,
Well,
indefinite.
They
would
got to be into
suggest.
their 40s and maybe pushing 50.
Yeah, but I mean, he's still writing a lot of music. Matt
Yeah.
Pryor, like he's still putting out. I think he's put out 2 or 3 solo records in the last couple of years.
Do you like the new Get Up Kids album?
I haven't heard the new one. Is the full album out?
It's an EP. Yeah, it came out.
Oh wow, I haven't heard it.
Oh.
And thoughts?
First listen, didn't love it.
Yeah.
Second listen, there's 2 of the tracks I love, and I'm currently in the process of trying to go back and seeing if I like it more.
But you like the old Get Up Kids, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
I don't. No, I like the newer Get Up Kid stuff too.
You do?
Like I like when they got a little bit more folky stuff, and I like Matt Pryor's solo stuff.
Yep. Jay, is this a band you're into?
You know, a band that I feel I should be into again, and kind of am. Some songs I really do enjoy. I think they're great songs. But as an album, sometimes I kind of get a little bored through the album and kind of lose interest.
Yeah.
I think, and
I can see that now. Like even going back to the older albums, I don't like them as much as I used to.
Yeah.
I like them almost more on a nostalgic level.
Yeah.
But I do see like the repetitiveness of it, and
Like I said before, I'm much more into their newer stuff, but I decided to pick an older song because I started listening to a lot of the catalog, and I feel like this is an album that doesn't get a lot of hype, but maybe it isn't. Eudora? No hype? No,
hype.
0. So I picked one song off that I liked, and the song's called Up on the Roof, and that is what I have for you, Michael.
I did not see that one coming. Usually I can see where you're coming from, but I did not see that one coming. I like it. Good pick.
Thanks, Mike.
All right. Well, this one's not going to work with yours musically.
Oh, good.
So have fun editing.
Okay.
And the band is Nightbirds.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what you guys think about Nightbirds. I don't see Nate liking them that much, but Jay might be a maybe sell on them.
I don't know. I probably haven't given them a fair enough chance. I mean, a lot of people like them a lot and really appreciate what they do, and I probably should give them a better chance. As of right now, I don't really fit them into my rotation very much. But
yeah, I don't know much about their stuff, so I can't give a real good comprehensive review at this time.
All right.
Their singer, he's a cool guy though. He's nice. I've actually bought some Screeching Weasel stuff off him before.
Yeah?
I've dealt with him a little bit. He's a pretty cool guy.
Huh. There you go.
There you go. The more you know.
You just got the hookup. Tell him to come play here so I don't have to go to Fest. Tell him I don't like sweaty venues.
You want to go to Fest.
No, I do want to go to Fest. And I do want to see... This is like the prototypical band I want to see in a small, tight space that's going to have lots of energy and like... It's just going to be crazy. I could just see it being like a crazy show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they supposedly put on like a really awesome show. Like that's one of their big things. I think that going back to what you were saying, where if you see the band, or maybe when you've seen them live and they put on a crazy show, it can erase some of the album stuff that you don't like.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean? You were like, oh, this album's not that good, but man, that show was fun.
Yeah. Well, and I think it's a special band that puts on a good show too. Like, I mean, there's loads of shows I've been to and you're singing along because you know the songs, but that's about the extent of the interaction or the impression of the show, right? Like, just kind of hoping for the band to play tight more than anything, right?
See that I wouldn't even care. I think like this would be chaotic and sweaty and like fast and aggressive.
Like they're putting on a great show, right?
Yeah.
But I don't think that's that common to see a band put on a great show that's very standout and singular.
One that leaves an impression on you.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's a true art.
Yeah. So nice pick for that, Mike.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. What song did you choose?
I went with I'm Wired off Mutiny Pop.
The Menzingers, Charlie's Army.
Get Up Kids, Up on the Rooftop, click, click, click. Down through. Oh, no, that's not it. Up on the Roof.
Nightbirds, I'm Wired. Thank you. No, thanks to Jay for showing up, driving all this way into the big city,
into this crazy town we call Calgary,
dealing with the Deerfoot Trail traffic.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the listeners. Thanks for the lists. Thanks for the contributions. Thanks for the ratings on iTunes. And if you're feeling nice, go give us a good review. And is there anything else we want to say thank you for?
I don't think so.
Check out our website. Check out the podcast. Share it. Contribute.
Yeah.
Hopefully we'll see you
at
at
It's Thanksgiving.
No.
Right? We've had enough thanks.
Yeah.
So, Jay, what's the last thing that's bringing you to Belgium? To Brackrock?
The Lillingtons.
Ah.
They're probably my favorite band that I've yet to see still. So.
Favorite band?
You haven't seen them?
I've never
just
seen
because you
them,
talk about them a lot, I assumed you had seen them.
No, I'd never seen them, and they're one of my favorites.
Well, they've been pretty elusive for a big stretch of time.
Yeah, they've kind of disappeared there for a bit, and that's when TBR kind of took off, and then everyone kind of maybe came a little, like they had obviously had a big following before, but I think now people have realized what was going on was pretty good there too. So.
Yeah.
I mean, because they kind of go back to the end of those Lookout days, right, where they were tied into the end of Lookout, basically, where they kind of were good enough to be like, oh, wow, this should be a Lookout band. And then it all kind of crumbled out from underneath them.
Are they doing some heavier touring this summer?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This year, I think they've done a lot of touring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yep. So, yeah, I'm super excited to see them. So.
Is this song a deep cut or is it off the new album, Jay?
Yeah, I went with a bit of a deeper cut, but it's kind of like one of their classics, I guess, and that's Black Hole in My Mind.
Nice.
Yeah. I don't know. I just made that choice today on the way up.
Choice cut.
Yeah. Figured it'd be great for the listeners to just...
That's the advantage of the hour and a half? Hour and 15?
Yeah. It's an hour from Olds to Calgary.
I think you thought it was an hour, but it was about an hour and a half.
Well, I live 15 minutes outside of Olds, and you live 15 minutes outside of Nanton.
That's only funny to us, Jay. Your comedy begins and ends right here. You can tour Calgary, and that's it.
That's funny because Calgary, it's so big now. Like, it's not that it wasn't big before, but I don't come down past like 17th Avenue anymore for much, right? So,
my last pick is a band you've already mentioned, Michael, in your list of great bands to see at Fest this year, and the band's Piebald.
Oh, awesome!
Yeah. They're a band that I missed the train on, and now they seem to be kind of getting back together to play, a handful of shows here or there.
Yeah, they seem to play like here and there, yeah.
I listened to a podcast not that long ago that had the lead singer of the band on, and he was talking about the fact that he's got like loads of material. It's just, finding the means and the time to actually put it down. So
yeah, I'm sure they have shit going on in their lives. They're probably not rolling in the piebald money.
No, I wouldn't imagine they are. I picked a song from their album Accidental Gentleman from 2007. And the song is A Friend of Mine. I dig the piano. Reunited band. And they'd be a band I would really like to see.
And I think that's one of the plus sides of a festival is these bands will do stuff like that, right? Where they'll come out of retirement, maybe play a festival, and then maybe they'll play like the full album, which is something that they wouldn't do. There's those kind of you have to put up with the difficultiness of going to these shows, but sometimes there's worth it. Like when we saw Rancid play the Wolves in full.
Yeah,
you're gonna remember that forever.
But see, like that's not a draw for me.
Yeah. But it's a bonus, right?
Totally.
Yeah.
And Out Come the Wolves is, we could argue about this all night long, but Jay's got to get home. But that's it's my favorite Rancid album. So to see your favorite when they've got a discography of like 10 records, and you're not getting cuts from songs you don't want to hear, right? Yep. But you got an album that's great, and you get to hear that song or that album front to back. But for the most part, like for a band to do a full album, it isn't a big draw.
Yep.
Is it for you? Like,
well, if I've seen that band a few times, and that's an album I like, I'm gonna be happy to see that set, I guess.
Mike.
So before I start, I had one quick question for the both of you.
Okay.
Just you don't have to dwell on it too much, but best festival you guys have been to?
Ooh. Wow.
Mine's easy. That Slovenia punk rock holiday is a
Yeah.
I would recommend that one to anyone. The only reason I'm not going back again this year is because I want to see different countries and not just go to the same country over again. So
Yeah.
we're going to go to Belgium instead.
I'd like to nap in Belgium instead of Slovenia.
Yep.
I'd say Fest for all the reasons I said before. The only drawback for Fest was waiting 4.5 hours in line the day you show up to get a wristband that you already paid for.
I heard they're making that process better though.
Yeah?
It's gotten better.
It was horrible.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrible. And then you finally get into the doors and now you've got a huge maze with shops all around you that are trying to take your money. But I don't know. That was the worst part by far. But the way it's set up, the way it's executed, the bands they bring, like I said, what festival has over 300 bands playing at it? It's like no other. So I would say Fest is the best one I've been to.
Cool.
Yeah.
Just wanted to know.
What's the best one you've been to?
Well, I haven't been to that many, so there's a caveat there right away.
Okay.
Because again, I'm not much fun.
But maybe this year you'll be more fun.
Yeah, but
this is the year of Mike.
I'd say Fun Fest in Austin, which was rad. And it's kind of weird that I liked it so much because it was at one big outdoor thing.
Right.
But all the bands played club shows after.
Oh, yeah.
And that was the real draw, was going to see bands in different places there. So
yeah, I like the club show thing. I mean, we were talking about it a little bit earlier. Punk rock bowling was a very close second for probably festivals I've been to, and ones that I was thinking about for this list because I thought they had a really, really solid lineup this year. And that was the one really cool thing about punk rock bowling is all the club shows.
Yeah, so that's what I liked about Fun
festival.
Fest. Is I did see some cool bands that I wouldn't have seen, but some of them weren't maybe bands I wanted to see all that much at the main thing. And then when we saw the ones in the small venues, it was pretty cool. Yeah,
because there's nobody there. The tickets are super cheap.
And Austin's
and
a really
smaller venue, right?
And Austin's a really cool town.
I've heard it's cool.
It's one of the coolest places I've ever been.
The thing about those club shows at PB at Punk Rock Bowling is, aren't they hard to even get though? They sell out really fast. And
well, Jay, here's the problem. You just hung out in the lobby.
yeah, exactly.
So even if you had tickets, would it matter?
Yeah, no, that's a good one. They're very good. Yeah, what a night.
All right, I should get to my pick.
You should,
because Jay's got to drive.
He's got to get home.
Don't worry about me.
I am worried about.
I don't have to work tomorrow.
Oh, well then we can hang out at Nate's house all night.
Isn't that nice? I'm going to bed.
Let me just ponder on what this last pick should be. No, in all seriousness, this last pick I was torn on because I was going to pick Wolfface.
Yes.
So I was torn between.
Sorry.
No, I didn't end up picking Wolfface.
I know.
And you're not sorry. That's why you picked it first.
Yes, I know that's why you picked it first. Yeah. He made it very clear that he's trying to pick songs that I would pick.
Yeah, I know.
Jay, you're ruining my empty apologies.
But I wasn't aware of this when I made my list. This has just become more clear to me today.
Gotcha.
Probably just because you admitted it.
Okay.
Murderer. Anyway, I was torn between Wolfface and the Randy Savages because both are kind of silly bands that never are going to come this way and that are kind of gimmicky and maybe not the best bands to see, but I just think they'd be so much fun to see live. So I went with Randy Savages.
Nice.
And it was kind of just because we were talking about the last podcast about the Randy Savage.
The Cream.
So
Do they have a song about Cream?
No, they don't have the Cream of the Crop. I'm surprised they didn't.
But that's shocking.
I did see footage of them playing the song I picked, and it was fucking awesome because they open with I don't know, what do you call it when the wrestlers do their thing, the
promo?
The promo, whatever it's called. It's got a term for it.
Wasn't it just the
where they get interviewed before the match?
They've got something. Anyway, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Probably had a name.
Yeah, it has a name. Anyway, they do one of those before they sang the song. So I assume they do that before every song.
Awesome.
And they all dress up like Macho Man.
They do.
Yep.
That's
wow.
Fantastic.
That would be so good. You know what? I know you're a big fan of the Gimmick Band, and there's been, a couple that I was like, I get why, you like the concept. Music hasn't been that great, but I was actually blown away by this band.
They're really good.
A band that does a gimmick and then does the music really well, props, big props.
So yeah, the band's the Randy Savages, and the song is The Nature Boy, which I assume is a shout out to Ric Flair.
The man.
Sweet.
Woo!
But yeah, so Jay, why don't you give us your song and title again?
All right, that is the Lillingtons, Black Hole in My Mind.
I thought you were going to say Black Hole Sun for some reason, but you didn't.
Here they come.
Yeah. Piebald. Friend of mine.
Randy Savage's The Nature Boy. Thanks for listening. Stay cool and be excellent.
They used to call me Captain Scott. I used to be an astronaut. Put me on a rocket into space, and now I'm lost without a trace. And now I'm really out of sight. And now nothing's gonna be alright, yeah. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. They used to call me Captain Scott. I used to be an astronaut. Put me on a rocket into space, and now I'm lost without a trace. And now I'm really out of sight. And now nothing's gonna be alright, yeah. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. In my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. My life has been a waste of time. I've got a black hole in my mind. 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 But it was cool. Running down the road, trying to roost in my road. That's what Mike heard in Japan. 'Cause there's no L in the language. He's been unamazed by the people he saved, and I hope I get to see him again. 'Cause we'll eat some coffee, Heath Bar. And I've been trying to find all the truth, but they've been missing. Still, I keep the view. Some feed us lies, try to deceive, but we won't believe them 'cause we seek what's true.
you drive here tonight, Jay?
My Jetta.
That RV's not yours?
No, that dented up black Jetta out there.
Real nice, Clark. Real nice.
When we were on tour, we played with a band. Their band name was Good Talk Russ. And I was kind of like, well, what's that? What's that from? You know? And they're like, don't you remember like all the vacations when they have that one moment in the movie where Chevy Chase talks to his kid? Well, good talk, Russ. And he pats him on the back and then they walk. And I'm like, ooh, that's a great name.
That is a great band name.
And I'm happy I asked why, because now I'm like dialed into that.
Did they sound good?
You know what? I can't remember.
matter.
But they were a heck of nice guys, man. They were awesome. I still remember them.
I feel like I need to look this band up because that's my sort of jam.
Yeah. And it was like, and I'm like, oh man, dude. I'm like, oh, this is why I asked these questions.
It's a great name.
It was such a good name.
Classic.
Or Mona or Samantha. Or Jonathan.
Samantha.
Mona. No, we go Moner, right?
What was what was that other Italian lady in the show?
Mrs. Rossellini?
Yeah. Who was she?
Didn't she like bring him food over all the time?
I thought it was like
She was
his
just-
mom, but
No, it was just like
an
an old Italian lady from his old neighborhood.
She wasn't that old. She was like 5 years older than him.
Oh man.
This is Rosalie. How do you remember
man.
that?
Because I'm a wealth of useless information.
It's amazing.